Yo, what's good everyone? Today I'm going to be breaking down some of my favorite DraftKings plays for tonight's 9-game slate in the NHL. Let's dive right into it. And like I always do here in these videos, I'm going to give you a high-level overview of my cheat sheet, breaking down a couple of line stacks that I like here for tonight, as well as some of my favorite individual plays. But as always, everyone, just want to remind you and highly recommend joining my free Discord channel. You can see that mentioned above. We had 6 new people just join yesterday, over 850 people in total in there, talking multiple different sports for DFS, but primarily NHL and NFL. And if you want to join that, there's a link to do so in the description below, as well as in the pinned comment below. With that being said, let's dive into the cheat sheet here. We're going to kick it off with a couple of line stacks that I like here for tonight, starting with this first line for the Edmonton Oilers, where we got McDavid centering Nugent Hopkins and Hyman. This line's played some good hockey as of late, especially, well, Connor McDavid obviously, but especially Zach Hyman. This dude was snake bitten to start the season, but now he's starting to find the back of the net. Very affordable there at $6,300. That's usually a guy who floats in the 7K range, and I love the correlation we get with all three of these guys playing up in the Edmonton #1 power play, which is scored at a 41% rate in their last 5 games, and they're in a good spot here against the Bruins tonight, who have allowed 4 goals per game in their last 5, with a penalty kill that's hit at just a 61% rate. And then a cheaper line stack that I like playing with some of these more expensive plays or line stacks tonight is this third line for the Los Angeles Kings, where we got Deneau centering Fiala and Laferriere. Now, on top of them being very affordable, if you go look on moneypuck.com right now and go to expected goals per 60 minutes, this is one of the best lines in hockey to start the season. Now we're going to see Deneau and Laferriere play on the #2 power play, Fiala play up on the #1 power play. Would love for all three of them to be on the same power play, but I'm happy considering the price that all of them are getting some special team time, especially in a matchup like this against the Philadelphia Flyers, who are playing on back-to-back nights. Their goaltending's really struggled all year long, and they lost to the Red Wings last night, 6-4. Now, folks, before we dive into some of these individual plays here, if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. It's completely free to do, and every like, comment, and sub that you guys leave truly does help me out and helps grow the channel. Alright, now diving into some of these individual plays here, we're going to kick it off with the forwards, and I'm getting this video out late here today, so I'm going to go through the stats for these guys pretty quickly, but needless to say, they're all playing some really good hockey right now. Jack Hughes has 16 points now in his last 9 games. Great spot against the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight. Jake Gensel has now scored a goal in 7 straight games, and he's got a good spot at home tonight against the St. Louis Blues. Macklin Celebrini, the rookie sensation, has 22 points in 22 games. I know the Colorado Avalanche have started to play better hockey as of late, but that goaltending situation, still a little shaky. Rickard Rakell, ever since being named off of Team Sweden, he now has 7 goals, 12 points in his last 10, and then Arturi Lehkonen, such a great opportunity play, playing up on that first line for the Colorado Avalanche with Nathan MacKinnon and Mikko Rantanen. He is now down on the 2nd power play. Would love him to be up on the #1 power play, but again, considering the opportunity playing with Mac and Mikko, hard to ignore this price at $5,200. Now, moving on to the defensemen here, and really with Evan Bouchard, I like stacking him up with that first line that I highlighted for the Oilers earlier, due to how well that power play is playing for Edmonton right now, again scoring at a 40+% pace as of late, and that penalty kill for the Bruins has been brutal in their last 5 games. Chris Letang here, playing big minutes for the Penguins right now, 22+ minutes per night, getting time on the #1 power play, getting time on the penalty kill, and he's been getting on the score sheet pretty frequently as of late too. 9 points in his last 10. There's a handful of plays here in the 4K range. I could have added Thomas Chabot here. You could have added Severson from the Columbus Blue Jackets, but the 4 that I landed on in the 4K range are Nurse from the Edmonton Oilers, McAvoy the Bruins, Carlson of the Penguins, and Pietrangelo of the Vegas Golden Knights. All those guys are offering some really nice value and upside in the mid 4K range. And then Matt Grzelcyk there, just like Chris Letang, who he plays with 5-on-5, plays with on the #1 power play. Grizz has been playing major minutes for the Penguins as of late. As a Penguins fan, I don't necessarily love it because, well, I don't think he's very good at hockey, but if he's going to be priced at $2,900 here, getting time on the #1 power play, playing way too many minutes, yeah, I'm going to take advantage of that. And then I got a couple of goaltenders there for you, and if I'm looking looking to spend up here tonight. There are a few goaltenders that stuck out to me. Vasilevsky ended up being my favorite. Really, it came down to how teams are playing as of late. Now, I know for starters, Vasi plays much better at home than he does on the road, so I like that. But the Lightning have played some good hockey as of late, playing sound defensively, and the St. Louis Blues just haven't been scoring goals in bunches. And then Linus Ullmark here. Surprisingly, if you look at the last 10 days here, no team has allowed fewer goals than the Ottawa Senators, and a big part of that is due to how well Linus Ullmark has played for them. So at $7,600 here, going on the road against Calgary, I like this spot. And as always, going to wrap up this video here with 3 low-priced options or sub-4K forward plays, and I actually have 6 for you guys here today. We're going to kick it off there with Tyler Toffoli of the San Jose Sharks. This guy's too talented here to be priced in the 3K range. Honestly, he should be priced in the upper 4K range, and I like stacking him up in a little mini stack there with Macklin Celebrini, both playing up on the first line in #1 power play. Victor Olofsson now has 7 goals in 11 games for the Vegas Golden Knights, and he's playing up on that #1 power play, shooting the puck like he should be. And then Michael Bunting here, the Penguins, has played some really good hockey as of late. 9 points in his last 8, kind of bouncing between the second and third line, but getting time on that #2 power play. And like I said, just playing some really good hockey. And then 3 other guys that I want to highlight here. Fabian Zetterlund of the San Jose Sharks, priced at $3,600. Alex Turcotte, if he's up on that first line with Kempe and Kopitar, I like him at $2,800. And then Podkolzin, as long as he remains on that second line with Draisaitl, I think he's a fine play at $2,700. Alright everyone, that is going to wrap up this video here for today. As always, thank y'all for taking the time out of your day to watch the content here on this channel. If you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Let's have ourselves a great day here, folks, and let's win some money on this 9-game NHL slate.